Come on, man. What are we talking about?
Right and wrong.
Come on, man. What are we talking about?
Right and wrong.
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
Whoa.
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
Whoa.
Come on, man. What are we talking about?
Right and wrong.
Come on, man. What are we talking about?
Right and wrong.
Ooh, welcome to Right and Wrong. This is the show where we try to wake up the woke by talking common sense about the issues of the day. I'm your host, Brian Ruka, and with me, as always, over there is my man and yours. He's known as Producer Juice, but everybody out on the interwebs, the World Wide Web, X, formerly known as Twitter, they know him as the Truth Box because he just loves spitting truth all day, every day. Truth Box, what do you get to say to everybody out there in the Right and Wrong audience today, my man?
I don't have a whole lot to say. I'm ready to roll. Had a week off. Ready to rock it. Ready to rock it.
Rock it,
Ready
baby.
to rock it. Yeah. Let's
Wrap a rocket to him. We're off.
Let's go.
Well, this week we're going to be talking about the theme of the show is going to be movies, music, and sports, baby. You know, we're big culture guys. You know, we love that type of stuff. And this is the stuff that affects politics. So we're going to be visiting the atrocious actress that is playing Snow White in the upcoming human version of the Snow White movie. We're going to find out about the music scene by listening to a couple of country artists and see what they're doing to affect the culture. And we're going to wrap things up with the always fun, always popular, come on, man, segment of the day by visiting a disgraced female soccer player. Who could it be?
Wrap things up. Wrap things up.
Like what you did there. We also have a lightning round that we know you guys are going to love. It's been crushing it so far. And I guess that's about it. So maybe it could be a good time, maybe not, to welcome in our good friend, Mr. Ric Flair, because guess what? It is showtime, baby. Woo!
Showtime! Woo! Woo!
Love it. Gotta love the Ric Flair. So I told you guys right off the bat we were going to be talking about this god-awful Rachel Zegler girl. She is the not-so-white girl that they chose to play Snow White in the upcoming live-action version of the movie. And I'm sure you've seen clips of this girl already. They're all over the place because it seems like every time she opens her mouth, does any sort of publicity, she just puts her foot in it and makes people not want to see this movie at all. So
she sucks. Super annoying.
Terrible.
Like,
so bad.
Regardless of how you feel about the film, anything. Just her saying, I'm an actress about to do a film. You don't even know what the film is. Annoying as hell.
So annoying.
You want to see her?
Yeah, let's get a taste of her. You want to give us one of the clips to start things off?
Yeah.
The cartoon was made 85 years ago, and therefore it's extremely dated when it comes to the ideas of women being in roles of power and what a woman is fit for in the world. And so when we came to reimagining the actual role of Snow White, it became about the fairest of them all, meaning who is the most just and who can become a fantastic leader. And the reality is, you know, Snow White has to learn a lot of lessons about coming into her own power before she can come into power over a kingdom.
Also, the fact that she's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's the proactive one, and she's the one who set the terms, is what makes it so relevant.
Wow. So let's sign up. Who wants to see Snow White go girl boss on everyone? This is the story of a young princess who was groomed into being a CEO. Hear her roar. She's not going to be wearing dresses and gowns. They're going to be pantsuits.
What's that famous basketball coach lady?
Oh, the one from, what, Tennessee?
Yeah. Oh, they are.
Oh, no, the one right now from, like, LSU, right?
No, I don't know the current one.
She's all sassy.
I don't know.
But I don't know. I don't know where you're going with that one.
there was a lady who used to always wear these power suits at the sidelines.
Yeah, that's the Tennessee one.
Yeah. So I'm saying
Okay,
like an
okay.
orange suit or whatever.
Yes, yeah.
you know?
Pat Sumter or something.
Yeah,
General
Snow
Sumter?
White, Snow Snumpner.
I'm just kidding. I forget what her name is, but I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah,
Used to be all over Sports Center when we were kids.
Can I say something about the
please.
Snow White movie?
Please jump in.
Like, do whatever you want with movies and stuff. Do the inclusive thing. I don't care what you really do, but like, just make new movies, right? I don't think this is a hot take, but like, why have to do Snow White and then ruin
it's just not Snow White anymore.
Yeah.
Right. But you know what they want to do
is the fairest leader and ruler.
Yeah.
According
not
to
fairest as in prettiest of them all. The most just. That's who it's going to be. But you said this when we were talking, when we were prepping the show, like that's something you would want to be able to bring your daughter to. Like I have a daughter as well. Like you'd want to be like, oh, let's go see, they'd be excited for it. But it's just a bait and switch by Disney, like, because they want to label it Snow White because they know your kids are already obsessed with the cartoon version or whatever. And then they want to throw this at them. And it's just going to be some feminist, like terrible woke BS that they're going to try to foist on your children under the ruse of it being Snow White. It's crazy.
Yeah. And I'm not Prince Charming, but what's wrong with being swept charming. But what's wrong with being swept off your feet, by a prince or whatever?
That's a natural. Like no matter what they say, we're two guys here. We're both married, so maybe we have a little bit of insight. But if you could get women with the truth serum, like not worried about how they're going to be judged, that works.
You're roofing women?
No, truth serum. We're not giving them flories, but that's what women want. Like what girl doesn't grow up fantasizing, dreaming about like being swept off their feet, like you just said, like, you know what I mean?
Not anymore.
They want to be.
You can have a story that isn't that, but also still have those too.
Yeah.
Like if we're going to be inclusive, include everything.
It's crazy.
And speaking of inclusivity, I don't know if that was real movie shots or what have you, but it's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, right?
Yeah.
It was like one dwarf.
Yeah, they had a couple rangers in there.
Yeah. Like if anything, like, right, shouldn't those be the new Oscar rules? You have to have one old guy, one handy, one tranny.
Yep. You need a Dinklage in there.
Yeah, a dwarf.
But you got 7 of them. You're only giving a job to one of them. You're screwing those dwarfs this time around.
Yeah.
Should just be like the 7. It should be a dwarf. Like you give someone, one of those guys should be in a wheelchair. One should be a tranny. One should be like overly tall and gangly, like something like the hunchback thing. That bit, like each one of them has something.
John Merritt, Elephant Boy, or whatever. Let's hit the second clip.
Okay.
Keep this one. We'll talk about that all day. Sounds.
I mean, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Super weird.
So we didn't do that this time.
So no Prince or a different kind of Prince?
We have a different approach to what I'm sure a lot of people will assume is a love story just because, like, we cast a guy in the movie. Right. Andrew Burnap, great dude. Yeah. It's one of those things that I think everyone's going to have their assumptions about what it's actually going to be, but it's really not about the love story at all, which is really, really wonderful. And whether or not she finds love along the way is anybody's guess until 2024. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby. I mean...
I know like the whole build up to this segment and the whole thing is like how horrible she is and how we hate her, but I've seen that clip so much now that like I kind of like some of it. I hate what she says the entire time, but like the evidently so. Like,
I still hate it.
It's horrible, but like I'm kind of like laughing at like the way she like says it too, and then like the weird
Hollywood, baby. Andrew Burnap's all his.
Great dude, solid guy.
Yeah.
She's so awkward. It's crazy. But again, like, why do you have to like go change the whole thing to try to make it updated again with the feminist girl boss like mindset of it? Like, we again mentioned while we were talking pre-show that they made Frozen not that long ago. It's all about a strong, powerful, independent female lead. Moana, strong, powerful female, goes out, journeys on her own to save the day. And then ones that we grew up.
Gets together with Maui though.
What's that?
Eventually gets together with Maui.
She does need Maui.
Yeah.
She needs Maui.
I'm saying they got together in the sequel.
In the sequel?
Nah, I'm just not there.
Oh, okay. What the hell? But she still went out like on her own, and it's like it's about that. It's female empowerment. And then ones that we grew up with, like Aladdin, yeah, great movie. Jasmine's a strong lead there too, right? Like she tries to leave the house. The point what'd you say? She ends up taking over for her dad, right? She's being groomed to lead the city. Like that's the whole thing. Beauty and the Beast. What'd you tell me about Belle?
Yeah, she was willing to take the cell of her father.
Yeah.
And then eventually tames the beast.
Tamed the beast.
And falls in love. Just get more creative. Like, not creative, because these things are a tale as old as time. But
well, and they're all coming from like European fairy tales. Like, I don't know which one's which, but like some of them are like, you know what I'm talking about? Like
yeah,
I don't even know
the Brothers Grimm. It's like the Brothers Grimm.
Yeah. And they just like kind of put that Disney spin on it, which is fine. Like that's what you should be doing. But there's a reason why there weren't movies about female leaders going out and being the most just, loyal person in order to go lead their people, like she described in the first clip, because that just doesn't resonate with people. That's not a tale as old as time. Like, you know, tale as old as time isn't necessarily a bad thing. It works for a reason. So I don't know. That's kind of all I got on this part. You got anything else to add to the Snow White nonsense?
No, I was just hoping that you picked up on that tale as old as time, right?
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Absolutely, of course. That's my favorite Disney movie, by the way. Love that one. It's great.
That's right. That's good. Let's keep it moving.
I love it. And we're jumping right into the old lightning round for you people. We know everybody loves this. It's a newer segment to the show. Before we jump into it, though, I am trying something here, Juice. I don't know if I figured it out yet, but you know how I was talking about putting the thing below our finger here? Yeah, just subscribe to the show. Click this button.
Which finger? Icon. Mine or yours?
Oh, the bell icon. And subscribe, please, to the show. We have our YouTube page here, the Right and Wrong podcast page, I think it's called, our Rumble page. You know, we have our Twitter accounts at DDRuka617 and he's at Juicebox1423, right? Yeah. So yeah, give us a follow, subscribe. We're still dropping the episodes on Apple and on Spotify as well. So follow the show, please. Need to amp these numbers up a little bit, get things going.
Algorithm, yep.
Algorithm, baby. We need it. So we can't do it without you. Please help and drop a comment in there. We know our boy Pop B.
Hold on a second. That'd be funny for an alias if you have to sign up for some algorithm.
Oh, I like it.
Alfred Garrhythm.
No, what was the one? Peterson? What? Peters? Walter J. Peters? Biden's thing that they just asked for? His fake email address?
That's what it is?
Yeah, it was. I wish. Oh man, I meant to write the name down. When he was the VP, the Congress just requested like the authorization to get it. They found a fake email.
Jordan B. Peters.
that he, yeah, something like that. It was hilarious though. Like, he was
And
like,
Hunter's Jordan B. Peters' son.
Yeah, but Jordan P. Biden's son, Hunter. He was communicating with Hunter and stuff through that. So that's a big one, just kind of just coming out. So
What's the name though?
What's it?
What's the name?
I think it's like Walter L. Peter or something. Walter L. Peters. Wesley T.
Oh, so that may be why the pedo Peter.
Oh, yeah.
He has him on his phone as pedo Peter.
Yeah. So he was like sending emails to Hunter and like, under the guise of this name, just as random. So like making that connection to how he was involved, the big guy with all this type of stuff going on.
And this has obviously been said. It's just, I haven't seen it, but
yeah, it's like it just came out either today or yesterday. Yeah.
That drives that home. Remember that guy's song?
Yeah.
Bryson. How come it says pedo Peter every time the phone dial?
Yeah. He's a creep, man, sniffing people, making the hair on their legs stand up. But sorry, I digress with this one. We'll table this for a future episode, maybe, and we'll dig into these
put notes in the system.
Yeah. We'll put a link in the comments below in the notes. All right. Let's jump into the lightning round. What we got for the first one here? You say somebody like a strong, brave, heroic voice in Ukraine for us. That's going to show us like why we need to keep giving our money there and what we're really, what the American interest is there in the Ukraine.
Yep. Ukraine tranny, take one.
Okay.
If you look at Putin's mouth, you'll notice that blood drips from it. He's a vampire, carrying out genocide against both Ukrainians and Russians alike. Vlad Putin bathes in the blood of innocent children and enjoys it. And this is why the dictator of the Russian Federation must be deposed, and why peace talks have to be focused on President Zelensky's 10-point peace formula and the full liberation of Ukraine.
What? Come on, man.
This is real life, supposedly.
That's an SNL skit. Like, seriously. That's what that is. That's the spokesperson for Ukraine.
Yeah.
You got another one?
Yeah, it's even worse.
Oh my God. Yeah.
This one, all I can think of is John and Kate +8. You know that haircut? That became famous. There you go. Like, this is a horrible wig.
Vladimir Putin, you are already in hell. We are counting your days down now. Your fascism, your totalitarianism will not get a monument, Vladimir Putin! Slava Ukraini.
Come on, man. That's insane. That's like that. Oh, like face right in the camera like that too. Like, I see dead people with the breath, like the cold air you can see. Oh,
you will not. Oh, it's a Paul Bearer kind of. The power of the blood flag
of Zelensky.
Please, Slava Ukraine.
That's insane. Like that's laughing stock material. Like, we're doing a show here, we're having fun. In like, I didn't see that second one that you showed me.
Stop the war. Like, I'm pro stop the war, figure it out. But like, come on, what are we doing here?
Yes, thank you. Like,
You're
I'm
trying
not
to like make this valid.
I'm not like pro Russia by any stretch. I don't want to be
pro Ukraine either. I'm just let me get away from it. Don't want anything to do with it, but definitely stop that, whatever that was.
Yes, please. That has no place in this conflict going on right now. Like, that's just
it's adding fuel to the fire, if you're asking me.
Exactly. It's a joke. It makes it a complete joke. And it's just gives people like us material to just shit on it, where like, you know, if you come with like a more legitimate point of view argument, give us a reason, might be willing to listen and give you the benefit of the doubt on something. When it first started popping off, willing to listen, give you the benefit of the doubt until you realize just how shady Zelensky is and how corrupt the thing is. And not for nothing, if you look at it from a Russia point of view, they were always assured that NATO would not advance past X barrier, and NATO keeps expanding closer to them. So I understand where they come from, and I also understand where Ukraine comes from too, and like why they would want to feel that way. But do you need the man pretending to be a woman to go advocate for it? Don't think so.
There's blood on your hands.
All right. What do we got for the next one? Is this my boy Anthony Blinken?
Yeah.
Listen to this. He's going to preach to us about the immorality. Is that a word?
Sure.
We'll go with it. Of persecuting your political opponents by putting them in jail.
This came out recently. Yeah. Did this come out recently though? I'm pretty sure it did.
I think it did.
Like, how can you be that tone deaf?
It's.
We'll put that in the notes on the.
Yeah, we'll find out when it was from.
All right, what's this guy's name? Anthony Blinken?
Yes, sir.
The State Department's latest human rights report contains evidence of more than 65 countries holding political prisoners. So many of these individuals are their country's best and brightest hope for a future that's marked by democracy and respect for human rights. Through imprisoning political prisoners, autocrats are quashing democratic hopes and ambitions. That's why it's important that all countries stand firmly against the detention of political prisoners, no matter where they are held, and work together to free them. Let me share a few ways that we do this and urge other countries to join us. We call for the release of political prisoners. We meet with their families and colleagues. We monitor trials. We publish reports to share information about individuals and their cases. In public and in private, we urge all countries, regardless of our relationship with them.
Come on, man.
How many takes you think that took to make him say it with a straight face?
What was that thing he did too when he like stopped? Was like, and then like kept going.
Him laughing, but they cut out like our editing process.
Yeah. And they had to come back to it. All right.
Yeah, he's like, hold on, I can't say that. He's like, I can't say this.
Yeah. How many times did he drop? There's 65 countries holding political prisoners, plus 4 states in the United States of America right now who are trying to persecute their chief political opponent.
We sit with their families. Like, we can sit down with their families.
No. And from everything you ever hear, how many different stories do we hear about Pedo Pete meeting with military families who like people are, sorry, sidebar on
Nobody
this.
wants to meet him. Same that's happening in Maui right now. He's supposed to be going there.
Yeah, he's not needed. But every time he meets with like a military family who lost someone, like I know this is where I sidebarred off of the topic of political prisoners. But he meets with like people who lost somebody in the line of duty, and he like always like, oh, my son Bo. Yeah, I know what you're feeling. I feel your pain, my son Bo. He died in war. Like, and they're like, it's not about you or your son who died from a brain aneurysm, like when he was not in war, or a heart attack. Well, it was something with Bo, but it's not like he
got when he came back. Or
he didn't get shot down in the line of duty, like doing some bullshit operation, or left to die in Afghanistan, like the soldiers that Biden left there when he pulled out all haphazardly. Sorry, I know it's not exactly what Blinken was talking about there, but how can we sit there and turn our nose up at the rest of the world and try to hold the moral high ground on these other countries when we're doing this to President Trump right now? It's just ridiculous, and it's completely tone deaf that they're going to send that message out there when we have this going on. Trump's going to be going through trial after trial for this entire election cycle now. They're completely uprooting the election process. This is going to completely affect the 2024 election. And they can't sit there with a straight face and try and wag their finger, tisk tisk to the rest of the world who's doing this type of stuff, because we've joined them. And, you know, that's the precedent that has been set. So
regardless, the point stands, but I think it was an older video, but doesn't matter. Still the same. I think it was 2022, 1.
That was actually,
but
Anthony
like, I don't know that
Blinken?
it's like tone deaf if like it's not happening currently.
Yeah. Maybe not quite as tone deaf. But
unless this is always his background. Hold on.
It shows you their mindset too, though.
Thank you for joining us for this conversation about and on behalf of political prisoners.
Reporting live.
Reporting live.
2 years ago.
No, but that's just like, that shows you where they think, though, because that, like, they have no principles. Like, if that's what he believes, then he shouldn't be he should be outraged, or he should be resigning because he's disgusted with the way that the administration he works for is going after their chief political opponent. You know what I mean?
I've already said X. There's no way that I can stand by for Y. Exactly.
And he can try to claim he sees how dangerous and problematic it is in these other countries. So, like, no, we can't let this happen here. No matter how much you hate Trump, like, it just can't be done. So, all right, what else we got for lightnings?
Not to be confused with Walter B. Peters. I got Jordan B. Peterson.
Oh, perfect.
We covered this when it came out. I think it was Rufo with the secret Disney. Videos when they're doing, the executive briefing meetings.
Okay.
But there was one with the secret gay agenda.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see, him doing some math about that.
Oh boy.
Here, we'll do a little bit of arithmetic. So, a while back, Disney executive mentioned on video, she said, well, I have 2 children, 5 and 7. One is trans and the other is pansexual. And I just thought mathematically right away, it's like the chance you have a trans kid is 1 in 3,000. That's not a very high chance. And let's say the chance that you have a pansexual kid is the same, whatever pansexual means. But whatever that is rarer than trans, because no one ever even heard about it until 5 years ago. So the joint probability that you have a trans kid and a pansexual kid is 1 in 9 million. The odds that you're a pathological narcissist sacrificing your own children to the glorification of your compassion is 8,999,999 to 1. So, like, do you have a trans kid and a pansexual kid? Or are you a devouring mother? Well, you can look at the odds and decide for yourself.
Crushes it. It's so true. Like, no chance in hell that's a real family structure without that being forced upon those children by the delusional, narcissistic, crazy mother that he mentions. It's
devouring.
Yeah. And it's like what we talked about in the Come On Man last week. Like, you got this crazy, it's always like an overbearing mother who just takes control of it, with like a dad just sitting there like doing that full, like,
with the thongs. Tori, is this your thong or your mother?
Yeah. And
he's folding them by the sunset. He's like, it's a shame.
But it's because they want their children are accessories to them, not actual people that they're trying to love and set up for success. They're accessories, like a new handbag they have, a brand new shiny car they can show off. They're things that they can go present to the friends and family in their life and get praised for being a great, accepting, loving mother. Like, that's what they're looking for. And, it's like, you used to only see that stuff with like these Hollywood adopted kids, like the Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie kids with all the weird names and doing all this type of stuff. Like, I don't even know if those kids turned out okay. They might have, they might not have. But like, you used to see like weird stuff with celebrity kids, basically. Now with like the internet age and the way we are here, we can be 2 jackasses like us, have a podcast now. These people can put that anywhere and start getting that praise, attention, and notoriety that used to be reserved for just the kind of like Hollywood elite class. Would, it's that stuff would be covered that way. Now people put that out there on the internet and get that sort of praise and attention back from a lot of people now. So I don't know. I don't know if it's all tied in together there, but end of the day, Peterson's completely correct that it's forced on these children. It's not just happening like that.
Remember around that same time they came out, they had a little bit being like, oh, now we're inclusive with the fireworks announcement. Instead of like boys and girls, children of all ages.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, we
Yeah.
can't say that anymore.
Yeah.
And then you did a bit like, welcome one and all, transgenders, pansexuals, trisexuals.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fine. Put a link to that in the comments.
We should. Yeah, that was a past episode. Look back in the archive, show archive. You can find that one. That was good.
Direct your attention to the castle. And you're like, oh, there's no gay representation. Like, oh, what about Sebastian?
That was good.
A Peter pansexual. Bit.
Yep. LeFou's one.
Yeah.
But it was subtle back in the original. They just went out on they like put it on full blast in the remake version. Don't get me going on that again. We can circle back to that on another time. What else we got for lightnings?
I got one last one here. Quickly with Joe Peters Biden.
FEMA also authorized one-time payments of $700 per household to folks who've been displaced so they can do the immediate things of just taking care of medications and prescriptions that they so badly need.
Give one-time payment of $700 in Biden's economy? Like Bidenomics
half a prescription in a toothpaste that's in a locked.
That's not getting you any shelter. Where are they going to stay? They'll get them maybe 2 nights at a place.
Not to mention, this fishy about that whole line of stuff. That place. Yeah, it is. It's shady. Big time.
That's your wheelhouse, my friend. That's part of those that could save that one up for Juice's theories that we're working on. Little sidebar section of the right and wrong umbrella where we might just give you like 5-minute Juice video clips on some certain topic.
Conspiracy.
Some might call them conspiracy theories. I'm trying to avoid that word, but
link in the comments.
Yeah, you might get one about Mike Obama. You might get one about the wildflowers fires. You might get one about how Hillary Clinton drinks the blood of children. Like you never know.
I thought you said it was a conspiracy corner, not a truth box.
Truths?
Yeah. EBTs.
There we go.
All right.
I love it.
Move on.
That was good stuff. Great lightning round. Thank you guys for joining us on that. It was always a pleasure to have you. I don't know why I'm ending the show on that, but
thanks for having us.
Hit the link and follow us, please. So stick around. We're coming right back with segment number 2 after this. All right. So here on segment number 2, we're going to dive into the music scene. Yeah, number 2.
Show that turd who's boss.
Yeah, that bit was one of our early ones. That's in the archive, the show archive. Remember I used to say that all the time?
Oh, yeah, when we did the rights and wrongs of the week.
Yeah, and you'd come in with the drop, the Dr. Evil for me. Oh, the old days.
Next. Maybe go back to that at some point.
I know that is a good one. We will. We'll bring it back. So the music side of things, it feels to me like we talked about the Snow White thing earlier, movies and how they're going. Now, I feel like music is almost going the opposite way, where the equation's like flipped. Back in the 60s is famous for all the music of like, anti-establishment, anti-war, like all that type of stuff. And it was the spirit of the people. It was a populist.
It ain't me. It ain't me. I ain't no senator's son.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a jam though.
That is a good one. but now we move into the establishment is like the music industry now. Like they've taken over it. Like all these people that like they're all rich, not in touch with the people anymore. These artists and stuff, your James Taylors of the world, and they just it's not the same as it was for that movement in time. And I think it's being replaced with a conservative voice in the music industry, like people who are willing to say what we say here, willing to stand up for the things that we advocate for. I think there's a big hole, like ready to be filled. It's a void that's ready to be filled by people that are willing to actually talk about it and then willing to deal with the backlash that they're going to get from the establishment, from the mainstream media. And that's what we saw with the Jason Aldean stuff that went on. I know it's not brand new anymore. It's been going on for maybe 3 weeks now, a month. And that Small Town song, I think we got it. We're going to play it for you in a second, but they tried to cancel him on it. They tried to push back on it. And he just basically was like, F you guys. Like, and it made the song more popular and he stuck through it. And he's speaking to people like
he did
us.
Take out, I think, some of the BLM specific stuff.
It got taken down off of the country music station. They refused to play it, like the one who, MTV version of like country, like whatever that is.
Or whatever.
Yeah. So no, it's just I think
I ain't no fortunate one. It ain't me.
I think the small town thing speaks to people though that have something to say and that are sick of just being told to shut up and we're deplorables and we don't matter. So you want to give us a little slice of that song, Juice?
Maybe a couple 30
in the video.
Sucker punch somebody on the sidewalk, carjacking old lady at a red light, pull a gun on the owner of a liquor store. You think it's cool, act a fool if you like. Cuss out a cop, spit in his face, stomp on the flag and light it up. Yeah, you think it's tough? Well, try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Around here we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't. Try that in a small town.
I love it. Love it. It's so true though. I do find it funny though, like the lyrics, some of them are like great, but then even like the beginning, walk up to a person, suck a punch in the side of the street,
rob the liquor store.
Oh, I love it though. Walk up to a cop, spit in their face. Yeah, you think you're tough. But it's just like, it's everything. All the people that he's talking about, the people that they're showing in the videos there, that's all real footage, but those are the people that are like part of the mainstream culture, the mainstream movement nowadays, where it's like that is what they want you to do. That's what like the cackling Carmelas of the world. They want people out there doing that stuff, causing chaos, causing problems, because then they can come in and try and be the heroes that are going to fix it, solve it, peddle their nonsense to you. And look, it worked. They riled all those people up during the summer of the George Floyd riots. And a guy like Aldean's just like, what are we doing here? Basically, that's what the song's about. It might as well just be that. What are we doing? What happened to our country? Why are we accepting this? And who else is sick of this shit?
So remember, so if you want to think about the other side, I could probably put it in a nutshell. Remember Sam Smith at his VMA performance?
Yep.
With the devil suit on, or whatever.
Yeah,
exactly. I think that's in the archive comment section.
That is. Check that out in the archives as well. We did a good one with that. I tried to make a TikTok of that too and just stopped halfway through.
I think we did like a video where you were like, I did just the beat and you were like talking over it. Like
Yeah.
It.
It's in the archives. Definitely worth checking out. If you
Like and
subscribe to the show, please subscribe.
Somewhere in this area.
Somewhere in the general facility.
Oh, dude, we should do one if they like or subscribe. One to each of us.
Oh,
we can see who they like better, like a poll.
Oh, I think you'd take it all day.
5 to 2.
Yeah.
In a 7-game series. I mean, 4 to 3. Like 7 subscribers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. There's another song that's making the waves around here.
Thank you. Tell us about this guy.
I don't know much about him, but I know it was going very viral. Do you know more about it? I like this
it
one.
has.
Voice is great.
Great beard game.
Yeah.
Even though he's a ranger.
A ginger?
Yeah. It's a big
That's what
orange beard.
Ranger?
It's great.
What's that?
But the guy, I think, is crap. I wish I could think of his name now. It's Oliver.
Oliver. Yeah.
Oliver Putnam. John Oliver. Oliver Anderson.
No.
He's good though. But his voice is like awesome. Like it's a different kind of voice, and it definitely stands out. And he's another one. Like, listen to the lyrics here of what we're gonna show you, but it's like just about like being sick of this same old Bidenomics. Your house burns down and they give you $700 one-time payment when we're sending money to that Ukraine tranny left and right every other day. So it's this
Oliver Anthony.
Oliver Anthony. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear him.
More of him, less of you.
Please.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. 'Cause the rich men,
Love it, right?
That was, yeah.
Dude, the voice
of,
is
like, it was a bonus that he was saying the stuff I like, but that was talent regardless.
It really is. It's just like a sharp, like, voice.
Your dollar ain't worth shit or whatever, right? And it's taxed to no end.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was
awesome.
fire.
Did you hear what he did? So obviously, like, this is actually up to date and stuff too. This guy was like a nobody a week ago, and he went viral like this time last week, basically. And he played a live set since he blew up, and he started off by reading a passage from Psalms.
Nice.
Like, awesome. Like, just boom. Not sitting there trying to plug his stuff or like whatever. Like, oh, actually, people actually know who he is, like singing along with him. And he stands there and he reads a Bible verse to like start it off, and then boom, jumps into like singing. And it's like, all right, that's good. That's a man who seems like he trusted in something bigger than him. And you know, it's paid off. It seems like it has, at least right now. We'll see if he sticks around.
Epstein him, I bet.
Oh, of course they're trying to dig out anything from his past, I'm sure.
No, I mean Epstein him.
Oh,
Like
Epstein him, like he's gonna kill himself accidentally.
Can't get too popular. It was
true.
like they want total control. Know what you're doing.
Well, and again, that's the theme right here, is that he's speaking to what the popular message is out there right now. I think that's what people are thinking. And we always talk about it on this show about like the silent majority.
Yeah, that doesn't blow up if people don't.
No,
doesn't get
of course.
a trillion hits.
Exactly. It's getting hits because people are like, hell yeah, like damn right. Like,
yeah,
you don't want to be listening to like Cardi B. Like,
damn right. Remember that? What was that, bro? Damn right.
I don't know, but it sounds right.
Get your ass up out the pool.
Uh-huh.
Never this there. Get your ass up out the pool. It's not fair, man. About the girls swimming.
Oh, that dude. Yeah, your boy. Yeah. He was
Ain't
hilarious.
right.
That's in the archives as well.
Yeah. Get your ass up out the pool, man. Let them women have their glory.
Yes. Yeah. That was awesome.
You seen what I commented?
You
cheater.
Oh, I love it.
Little boozy. Little boozy.
Little boozy. Yeah. I'm
Where
sure
were you
he's
going
liking
with
that
that?
song too from Oliver. What was it? Putnam?
Oliver Anthony. I bet
Anthony.
Neo's jamming to that too. You saying he's
Oh, hell yeah.
he's done with it.
Yes, he is. And I love that he
We
walked
get
back his
all
apology.
these guys together, get Chris Pratt involved.
Yep. Absolutely. He'll be on board.
Chris Pratt. I don't know. I got all these musicians. Bring in Chris Pratt.
Yeah, of course, you need a leader. Chris Pratt, man. Come on. I love it. I love it. Well, anything else to add to the music thing here? I mean, does that make sense? Like where it came from and like kind of like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I feel like you guys get what I mean by that. They're not the same topics that they were interested in back then and now and in this, that, and the other thing, but just basically what the music that's popular and what's that gonna say, what's that gonna advocate. And I think there's a lane for people like this guy. There's a lane for, obviously Aldean's been popular for a while, but that kind of language in their songs and stuff too is what's resonating with people these days. Right?
Do you have any closing thoughts?
That was my closing.
I know, but sometimes you say, do you have anything to add?
Do you? To that?
Yeah, at this point.
You did? You did at one point?
I still do.
All right. You got those jellyfish on your shirt.
Save it for next week. That's an eagle.
Oh, that's an eagle?
Yeah.
I thought they were just jellyfishes. Oh, okay, okay. I see you now. I thought that wing was like a jellyfish. Looks pretty badass. I like it.
Save it for next time.
All right. Sorry. Did I steal your thunder?
No.
I feel like you had something.
I'm not going to go into it now. It's too much buildup. I should be back on the.
Why? Give it.
Behind the scenes. No,
Bring
I'm
it
good.
in.
Moving on.
All right.
Moving on. Up next is the Come On Man.
All right. Come On Man next.
Segment of the day.
Woo! All right, we've made it to the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. These rich men north of Richmond messing around with us all day long. That song's still in my head. I love it. But it's true. Yes,
your doll's worth shit and your tax to no end.
This rich man north of Richmond.
Dude, if you dye that beard, you kind of have the same kind of one as him.
Oh, yeah. Nah, his is even, mine's scragglier.
That Amish type joint, though.
But you know what, though? He's a beast, like, but I couldn't help but think of that. Deliverance. Yeah. Out there in the woods like that. Just this.
Dude, he looks like Munson. You got Munson in the middle of nowhere. Not Munson, but, you know, the Amish.
Yeah, his boy. The other
well, maybe I'm thinking you. I don't think he looks anything like that, but you might have it.
I might. Dude, that's incredible. I love that line. Like, I
Yeah,
want to try to
Munson?
bring
He's like, "Did you just
bring
say
that back.
Munson?"
You Munsoned it, man.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Right.
Okay, so the Come On Man segment of the day. You guys know what this is all about. We usually pick somebody to who did something, said something, acted in a particular way that even though we're going to make fun of them for the next couple of minutes, there's really not much else we could say to them except, come on, man. So this week, we're going to go back to a little bit of old news, I guess, but I couldn't help myself. I wanted to get to it. When the U.S. women's soccer team choked away their chance at becoming a three-peat world champion, I guess. If anybody's keeping track of that, I know I'm not, but they're paid equally to do an equally pathetic performance like the men these days. So they're even now. But Megan Rapinoe, who's the most annoying, insufferable. Which way would you say that?
Insufferable.
Thank you. That's why he's here. Always leading me back into the right way to speak. She's so insufferable that I couldn't help but be happy to see her just shank the penalty kick that she did. And
surprisingly, along with a lot of other people, it kind of goes.
Yeah, it wasn't just her.
The music thing. People were happy.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of people happy. Well,
yeah,
their whole thing, the whole shtick with that team and her specifically.
I like Alexis Morgan or whatever. Though.
Oh yeah. She's the one who got wasted at Epcot, right? Drinking around the world. I think she got booted.
Makes it even better. But she's has like a ponytail. She's brunette. She was younger. She's
looks like a female. Presents herself as
hot.
a female.
Yeah.
But no, Rapinoe is just like people are happy to see her fail because she's made a career. She's only famous because she bitches and moans and whines that she has a pretty great life here in America. Like, where else would she be able to do that? Be paid to play soccer, become a superstar in her own world, I guess, become an advocate, go hang out with presidents and politicians and stuff, have everybody bow down to you for your terrible commentary. And she gets to do all that, gets the privilege of doing that, living here in this country, yet tells us how terrible this country is, refuses to stand for the national anthem, is ashamed to be an American. So of course we're going to not want to root for you. You're representing us when you put on that jersey. Your boy Herb Brooks said it best in the movie, right? In Miracle, name on the front of the jersey is a hell of a lot more important than the name on the back. And that's just not the way she carries herself. So,
hey, you know what? We just made that other team.
Yeah.
Captain Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Oliver Anthony, Jason Aldean's, whoever,
Yep.
Neo. Make a team with Rapinoe.
Yep.
Brittany Griner.
Oh.
The Ukraine tranny lady.
Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then have hates America versus USA.
I like it.
Contest.
I like it. Awesome. Great idea. Yeah. I would love to see that.
I was making the teams.
You got the teams over there. I love it.
Yeah.
First pick in the Pro America, Trans America. It's gonna be. I love it. Well, let's hear what you had to say, and then we can pick it apart a little bit too afterwards. So, I think it's her being interviewed, right after the loss, basically.
You describe the way this one ended, but the fight to get there, all the way to PKs, and obviously not going your way in the end.
Yeah, I thought we played really well. I'm so happy for us that we went out like that, playing the way that we did, and having a ton of joy on the ball. This is like a sick joke. For me personally, I'm just like, this is dark comedy. I missed a penalty. Alyssa came up huge, though, kept us in it, obviously scoring one herself. This is the balance to the beautiful side of the game. I think it can be cruel and just not our day, but Yeah, I still just feel really grateful and joyful, and I know it's the end and that's sad, but to know that this is really the only time I've been in one of these this early, says so much about how much success I've been able to have, and just how much I've loved playing for this team and playing for this country.
You even see that towards the end.
Hey, before you get into this real quick, I'm getting something just came across the wire on the teams. America thing we were doing. They just got a trade of Rachel Zegler to the team with Brittany Griner and them.
Yep.
For a bag of pucks to the USA team. Snow White. So we got Snow White, Kaepernick, Ukraine tranny, Brittany Griner, and Rapinoe.
Okay.
Versus Chris Pratt, Jason Aldean, Neo, Oliver Anthony.
Love it.
Vivek Ramaswamy.
Oh, Vivek. Great teams. Didn't that make you think of that Rachel Zegler girl? Even in that interview?
Yeah, just like, how annoying can you be?
Yeah. And she's sitting there like laughing. Oh, played great. What a great.
Beautiful joy on the ball. I don't know if that's a saying, but she was like, had some great joy out there on the ball.
Yeah, like, what are you talking about?
We played
and
our
then
ass
towards the end, too, like when it's really like sinking in and she's tearing up, she reverts back to the narcissistic I. Like, I've had a lot of success. I've like never been in this position before. I am so proud of everything I've accomplished. Like, stop it. Like,
they asked her after that in a different one, like, what's your most proud moment? She said the equal pay.
Yes.
Bit.
Exactly. Like, what a joke. Compare that to how other women have handled positions of rocking that Team USA shirt, being in a position to be someone to look up to for younger children, not just a whiny, insufferable, ungrateful
I think I know
wench.
where you're going with this one.
Give it to us, would you? Remember, if anybody can remember back to the summer of 1996, one of the greatest moments for female athletes this country's ever seen.
All around her teammate, Moceanu will not. She knows what to do. She will go when she is ready. Carrie Strug is hurt. She is hurt badly.
Well, John, we saw her limping after the first ball.
She has either twisted her ankle or something worse. She hurt herself on the first vault. Probably the last thing she should have done was vault again, but she did, and now she is in a lot of pain.
The amazing thing about it, though, John, she raised her hands overhead, her head, she finished the vault.
Standing on one leg. We have got to find out if she's a 9-7-1-2. She has done it. Carrie Strug has won.
A 9-7-1-2. 9-7-1-2. She's done it. That was awesome. Great stuff. I loved it. Like that. I like remember watching that live. That was like incredible. That team was awesome. And she went out there when the going got tough. Remember the coach? You can do it. You can do it. Like the guy, he was like, I think Russian.
I was gonna say Bela Lugosi, but isn't that like Dracula?
Yeah,
or something?
no, it really is. Like I think his name is Bella.
But
yeah,
was he caught up in that scandal with the molestation? I don't think so.
No, that was like new. That was like the next wave.
This would ruin the vibe.
This would.
But you know what also happened in that?
What?
That devil went down to Georgia, Dominique Moceanu, floor exercise.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Floor exercise. That was rolled off the tongue way too easily.
She was great.
No, the floor exercise. Like I know the
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
parallel
to
bars, the
that
uneven
stuff
bars.
was awesome, man. We loved it. And it's funny because I was watching that clip to find that one there. Mucciani fell twice right before Carrie Strug.
Like you're struggling with her name.
Yeah, I'm struggling with a lot of words this episode. But Mucciano fell twice on that routine, and then Carrie fell on the first time. So it was like they were choking at that point. They were kicking the balls over the net like Rapinoe, and this girl on a busted up ankle goes and does it. And you could tell she was hurting there, and it was great. And then
she completed it. She went over the head.
She raised the hand. And we got a 9-7-1-2.
We got a completed vault. The guy was like, official
he was
vault.
all over it. You remember the Chris Kattan skits playing her afterwards on SNL? They were classic because when she's down on the ground and she looks up, all I could see is his face being her. Oh, it's good stuff. Maybe we'll put a link in the comments of that, but look that up after the show. You'll die. But
Dude,
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
When they the theatrics is through the roof, it's great. But at the end, when they're she's 90 pounds, the 7 of them holding her, and here's the 9-7 showing her the scoreboard.
Yeah.
She's probably 85 to 90.
Yeah, that
pounds.
coach dude, that Bella guy carries her.
But then there's 3 other ladies.
Yeah,
doing
everyone wanted their
Jewish
moment.
Wedding when they're doing
the
bouncing you on the chair.
Oh, that's hilarious. But did you hear that place too go nuts when she stuck it? Oh, great reaction. The whole place erupted.
Home crowd.
Yeah, it's the best. So the last little bit from that too, and you can gauge it when we start watching the clip, Juice. We might not have to play the full thing, but just want to show you guys the celebration. I mean, it might be.
I think you have to play the whole thing if it's
okay. I'm good with that. But just look at afterwards too what it was all about for that moment. They didn't get their gold medals for themselves and go take a knee. They didn't get their gold medals and turn their back on their country. They wore those gold medals with pride and stood there at the higher podium and belted out the words to their national anthem. Compare that and contrast it to today's athlete and the one we're talking about in this Come On Man segment with Rapinoe. You think she would ever do something like that?
This
Not
Carrie
at all.
Strug girl had
Yes.
one leg. Had
Put
one
her
leg,
on that team.
she still wasn't kneeling.
No, put her on
One
Team
leg.
Pratt. Exactly. That's a great point. On one knee, and
Yeah.
she still wouldn't go down. So I don't know, Juice. You want to give us a little bit of that too?
Take a look at history. The next sound they will hear will be their national anthem.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise for the national anthem of the United States of America?
Love it.
Good said, maybe we'll give the whole clip. Where did you want me to cut it off?
That's true. I don't know where you would cut that. Maybe before that commercial.
Oh yeah, you seen that? It was obviously recorded from a VH. It was like a baby. It was like a Dove commercial.
That was awesome.
Soap or something.
Yeah, that's great.
That's what I'm doing, dude. I'm putting it work. I take it from a VHS and
This kid's hard at work. Hard at work. He had that. That was from his own VHS. He used to tape all the Olympic Games, people. Loved it.
Until Nagano. After Nagano, I was done.
Remember Mrs. Hines and Mrs. Sweeney dropping the Naganos? They loved it. Oh, it was big deal back in the old middle school days for me in the juice box. But I mean, we already said it, but just the difference between the pride in those young ladies for their country versus the lack of any respect, any gratitude, any appreciation for the country that Megan Rapinoe is benefit from.
Team Griner.
Yeah, Team Griner over there. So it's just absurd. Juice, you got anything else to say about Rapinoe here?
No. That's all I got. But actually, maybe. Some people might get this, some might not. But Dominique Moceanu looks like that. Like, is she related to that girl Dina or Deanna from Jersey Shores? You see that? Put them side by side. You know what I'm talking about? Dina? Deanna?
Yeah, Deanna.
Part of the Meatballs?
Yeah. She came on as the replacement for the girl who quit after the first season.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're saying like nowadays, right?
Yeah, I'm saying like it's like her, Dominique Moceanu might be Dina's aunt.
She could be
1996 or whatever.
That's true.
Or their cousins.
Yeah.
I'm spending a little bit too much time. You're like, do you have anything last to say? I'm like, I do, but I shouldn't. And now we're still talking about it.
You're like Charlie connecting the things down in the mailroom. Got this Moceanu to the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, when he's like doing this, he got the whole board like ready.
We got Team Griner over here, and we got
we can have him doing a thing.
That's awesome. Good stuff. Well, Team Megan Rapinoe, you, my friend, have earned yourself one big fat classic. Come on, man. And typically I'd be wrapping things up, but I do want to just give you a quick closing thoughts about the theme of the episode here. Like we said, movies, music, sports. And I feel like I'm repeating myself a bit, but this is how you can tell when things are ready to shift. I think it's there. I think people are anxious for it. I think people are clamoring for it. They just need artists. They need filmmakers. They need athletes to go out and express these points of view, these feelings, these thoughts, and they'll support them. It's there. It's there for you. So if there's any of these people in the woke NFL right now going to come up and someone be like a strong, positive voice for the things that we believe in, they're going to take off like a rocket ship. People will support that. I've always kind of hated Aaron Rodgers, and I've grown to like him more because of his stand on COVID, the COVID vaccine mandates back in that 2020 season. So it's there. The opportunity is right in front of you. Please go and take it. Look at this guy, the Oliver Anderson. He's just like us. Like he might have had maybe 100 followers.
With talent, though.
Yeah, with talent. But he might have had 100 followers a week ago compared to our 15 followers we have today. And just like that guy took off because he's saying a message. He's delivering a message that the people want to hear and need it. So it's there. And a movie like Sound of Freedom was able to take off like a rocket ship because it was coming from our side of the aisle. We need that entertainment. It's the reason the Daily Wire is popular. They're willing to fill that void. So more people need to do it. I think it's out there. I think the opportunity's there. So just, you got to go out there and take it. Again, I'm going to steal from Miracle. It's the best line Herb Brooks gives when he riles up the troops in the locker room, right? He's like, we might lose 9 out of 10 times, but not tonight, not this night. It's right there for you. So go out there and take it. And that's the motto here with the Right and Wrong podcast. We're going to go out there.
I got one thing to add. You said the music, the movies.
Yes, sir.
What was the other one?
Sports.
Like, one to add similar in this thing. Art. Scott, Scott, second name, Lobaido, Lobaido.
Okay.
Check him out from an art perspective.
Okay.
One, he did like a pizza party when they were saying you can't have you need to cut down your emissions at the New York pizza parlors.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
He was
the
throwing
ovens.
pizza that thing. But he's a great artist from like, but all he paints is American flags, Betsy Ross flags, what have you. But check him out, Scott Lobaido, Lobaido.
Okay. I love it. It's true. I mean, it's there. Like the leftist art is ugly. It's that contemporary look, like, or just like that ugly, like Boston City Hall. It was like the ugliest building in America. And that's done from like the woke leftist.
Oh, that MLK statue.
Oh, that thing's terrible. Horrible.
It's inappropriate.
It is. It's terrible. It's really bad. So you're right. There's a huge void there as well. So
either it's a penis or a poop. I mean, either way, it's inappropriate.
Either way, it's not good. So movies, music, sports, art, it's all there, people. Please go ahead and take the opportunity. Juice, you got anything else to wrap up with here before we sign off?
Just go out and take it.
I love it. I love it. Well, you guys know where to find us. Please subscribe. Please follow. All that stuff on the bottom there. And until next week, thanks for having
us.
The Right and Wrong Show is produced by Juice. Executive producer, Juice. Audio mixer is Juice. Hair by Skull Shavers. Wardrobe and makeup by Ashley Ruka. Right and Wrong song created by Juice. The Right and Wrong Show is copyright 2022 from Brian Ruka.